The first step is to adjust the pH to 4.5 using the acidic pH binding buffer. This is done by adding 20 microliters of the pH binding buffer and mixing the contents. A few microliters are then checked using the pH indicator paper. Next, take the combination silicon carbide spin column and collection tube and add 250 microliters of the activation and wash buffer. The column is then centrifuged for 1 minute at 14,000 Gs. This is the maximum speed on most typical microcentrifuges. The flow-through is then discarded and the activation step is repeated. Now ready to elute the protein from the silicon carbide spin column. To do this, a fresh 1.7 milliliter microcentrifuge tube is required. Pipette 5 microliters of the neutralizer into the 1.7 milliliter microcentrifuge tube and place the silicon carbide spin tube on top. Because elution uses a high pH of 12.5, putting the neutralizer into the bottom of the centrifuge tube minimizes the time that the protein is in contact with high pH. Add 25 microliters elution buffer to the silicon carbide spin tube and spin again for 1 minute at 14,000 Gs. This is followed by a second elution with 25 microliters elution buffer. The second elution is collected into the same tube. The final elution buffer provided in this kit is a phosphate buffer. For use with mass spectrometers, do not use the final elution buffer or the neutralizer. Elute using ammonium hydroxide or ethanolamine as indicated in the product manual appendix. We now have a protein sample with detergent removed that is ready for analysis using downstream techniques such as MS or non-MS samples, SDS page, IEF, X-ray crystallography, NMR spectroscopy.